I'm not going to disagree with that. I'm not going to disagree with that one bit because, like I say, his whole body weight is behind that. Where Anthony Gordon, on contact, did try and pull his foot back and bent his leg. So, for me, that is a disgraceful tackle. And again, warranted more than a yellow card. Chris, bless him, in the live said it was at least an orange. Yeah, you know what I mean? So again, we talk about being fair here. And that's why I said there's a lot of people in the chat that gets a little bit passionate about decision making. And I've got a couple more that I want to bring. Where's the other one? We saw yesterday. Oh, this is the other one I wanted to bring up. Again, asking a question about, are we in a position here? Now, I have to be careful, obviously, what I show, guys. So I'm going to turn everything that I can off. There was a position that Bruno picks up on the halfway line. And he sees the run of Barnes in front of him, and he plays an absolutely beautiful ball into the channel. And you see Harvey Barnes, he's got this chance of running in behind. You've got Konate, you've got Van Dijk splitting the two defenders. Bruno collects the ball here from J7. I'm just going to run it through a little bit. There, he gets it out of his feet, and straight away, Konate and Harvey Barnes one-on-one running into that deep position, the final third. Watch what happens. Two hands, pushed over. Last man, referee gives not even a foul. Not even a foul. Now, watch Bruno's reaction here. You can see the two hands. The referee is right in line with it. He's not, by any chance, blocked out by a player. And he just tells Harvey Barnes to get off the floor. Now, Bruno is absolutely furious. And he gets a yellow card. Because you could see it all day, every day. It was clear, even when me and Chris were doing the live commentary. There's two hands on the side of him and he gets pushed over. That's another one. Your thoughts on that, sir?
Yeah, absolutely. That comment before just made me laugh. 12th man playing for the tune. A blind man on a galloping horse yesterday could see whose side that referee was on.
Absolutely.
Absolute disgrace. Disgrace.
And it goes on and on and on. And that's what I couldn't understand. It wasn't just the one challenge. I mean, there was another one from Gravenberch on J7, which you have to question. This is in the box, both arms around his waist. You can see Mr. Hooper there in picture, got a clear view of it. He drags him to the ground there. Again, nothing. There's the Fabian Shaw incident, where Fabian Shaw gets pushed to the ground. Again, in the penalty area. Anywhere else on the park, it's a foul. But because it's in the penalty area, against Liverpool, you can say, not given, I bet I can guarantee you now, if that was at Anfield and it was against Newcastle, and Newcastle had got hold of Gravenberch, it would have been given.
Yeah.
Because that's how I feel about it.
No doubt at all. No doubt at all.
And again, there's multiple ones. Even, as daft as it looks, the Fabian Shaw concussion incident, right? Now, you have a look at that incident again. He gets nailed by, have a guess who? Van Dijk's elbow. It cuts the side of his head, and he's down. He's lost consciousness for a couple of seconds. Hence, and again, I have to give credit where credit's due. Alisson gets the physios on really quick, waves them on, and again,
keep that on the screen a second. That foul was nothing. Don't be ridiculous. Both players just fell over. You're making out it was it is a bloody rugby tackle. Look! His arms are crossed.
But he's trying to run forward, and he's holding him back. I mean, it's just. It's there playing for. It's obvious. Go watch the game again. There's several of them. It's not just the one. There's two on Fabian Shaw. There's one on Dan Burn. There's one or two on J7. just watch the game back and have a look. And that's what I said. I don't mind losing a game as long as it's fair. And I just don't think it was fair yesterday on all of the accounts. Liverpool took their goals fantastically well. I can't take anything away from that. But I just want to play a playing field that's fair and even across both parties. And I just think sometimes the gravity always seems to fall towards Liverpool rather than Newcastle. And again, yes, I'm a Newcastle fan, and yes, I speak with a certain bias. But trust me, as you've seen, for everybody that's watching this channel, I also criticise Newcastle. Again, don't give anything away when I say Anthony Gordon's was a red card, but there was nothing less malicious in that than there was in Gravenberch's tackle.
No.
And that's what I say. So again, you've got to ask yourself, where's the fairness across both sides of the park? And again, you go into to certain conversations, and this is what I was saying at the start of the thing. I was reading some of our comments, some of our chats. Again, there's that much of it these days. I can't see everything. But I get to that point where, again, there's lots of people that seem to be Eddie out. They've got this mindset that Eddie isn't the man to go forward. And again, you look at the negativity within the chat where we haven't got players through the door. And it's not by design. This isn't something that Eddie Howe is trying to do his best to scupper. You can see the commitment and the cause that is there to try and get replacements for the players that don't want to play for the club anymore.
Well, very interesting, of course, that Yassir was there last night. So
yeah,
hopefully that'll add a bit of urgency into his checkbook signing.
Well, it was funny because you get two sides of the coin there.
Thank you for watching that video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button. You can watch more videos here. You can also subscribe to our following channels here, our extra channel for NUFC Talk TV, this channel, of course, and also to RCM Football, where we put Premier League content there. So if you're a neutral fan, subscribe to that one, and everybody subscribe to those channels, of course. Don't forget to smash the like button, become a member to enjoy better and more content, all access to our videos if you become a member. Thank you very much indeed for your support. This is Chris the American Mag. I'll see you on the next one.